Everyone, welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer. I am bringing the Dark Elves versus their nemesis, the High Elves. For my army, our ground force is just pretty weak, honestly. It's just a bunch of bleak swords, and then we have a couple of dread spears in the back. The main focus of the ground force is going to be the renowned units for the Dread Knights, the Knights of the Ebon Claw, which have some pretty good stats and good armor penetration, and I haven't really used them, so I just kind of wanted to bring them into this fight to see how well they could do. My main money went into the Air Force. We have 3 Harpies that their purpose is going to be to try and shut down enemy archers, and I think they're pretty good against the High Elves because Lothern Sea Guard are a common pick, but the Harpies are a small target, so the Lothern Sea Guard don't get their bonus versus large. So I like to bring Harpies against the High Elves just to shut the Lothern Sea Guard down. Then the rest of the money went into, we have a Black Dragon, which is a pretty solid air combatant, and we also have a Flying Sorceress of Fire with the buff spells, and then the... what are these things called? I can't remember what the spell's called. Piercing Bolts of Burning, just to have an offensive spell in case we want to use it. And then we have the leader, Crone, which I have never used in multiplayer up until this point. And she is, she's kind of a beast. She is pretty weak defensively because she has low armor, she has low melee defense, but she has a very high melee attack that is also poison. She has decent damage, but then on top of that, because again, this is my first time using her, she also does have Rampage, as you can see there. She has the Gaze of Cain, which is an AoE buff for leadership, weapon damage, and melee attack, but will throw your units into Rampage. Then she has that Witch Brew, which I think the hero witch characters have as well, but increases melee attack of a unit and weapon damage, actually sorry, for herself, weapon attack and weapon damage by quite a lot. Then on top of that, she has Heroic Killing Blow, which increases her weapon damage by basically 80%. And then if she is losing in combat, I believe this proc, so it starts doing direct damage to units in the area. Then she has that Blood Frenzy, which is just part of the mechanic of the Dark Elves, so when this bar fills up, then that's when this is going to kick in and buffer stats even more, I believe. Actually, no, that's Murder Mastery. What is this? I didn't even look at this. Oh, this is like the berserking thing of the Norskins. So she gains even more damage and vigor the longer she's in combat. Oh, I didn't even know she... I mean, I totally knew she had that. Of course I did. I know every unit in this game, like the back of my hand. Holy crap. Anyway, she has great offensive powers, but it does say that she has a bonus versus infantry, but it's only 20, which actually is kind of big. But she can still be used to kill large creatures. Don't let that bonus versus infantry fool you. She is still perfectly capable of killing large creatures. But anyway, that's going to be my army. For the High Elf army, we have a group of the Fireborn? Yeah, the Fireborn, renowned units for the Dragon Princes. They are a very scary cav unit. Do not underestimate the Fireborn. They're also very costly. Then we also have 2 more cav units here. The Light Cav, 2 Illyrian Reavers, and then the main part of the High Elf force is going to be 3 White Lions, including the Renown that gives the bodyguard aura for lords and heroes around them. We have 1 Lothern Sea Guard. We have a Mage of Heavens with 2 spells. I think it's Faw's Protection and the Wind spell that they can use, which is actually pretty good. I think if you overcast that Wind spell, it's pretty good against armor as well. And then we also have 2 basic archers. In the air, we have a Alarielle the Radiant with her healing spells, and then we also have the Moon Dragon, which actually may have lower melee attack than our Dragon, 46. I don't even know. I didn't compare these. No, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's like the same exact thing, except for maybe this has more damage. No, it's wow. I didn't realize these are like just carbon copies of each other. Anyway, let's get this battle underway. So it's going to be a little while until the Fireborn are going to be able to make their way over here. I don't know that they're there right now. Neither do I know about these Illyrian Reavers in the forest. But I'm going to try and reposition our army like right here, and then we're going to just charge straight up this hill. We're going to be throwing our Harpies into the Lothern Sea Guard and into the Archers. And my main target is right there. It's Alarielle. Because we have a pretty significant air force. Crone is definitely more powerful in melee than Alarielle is. She is just a caster. Very fast on that steed though, but yeah, she is nowhere near Crone in melee. But again, we're just kind of positioning our army here. Our bleak swords do have a pretty high shield. The silver shield, so they have a high block chance against arrows, so they're just kind of absorbing some damage from the archers here. And we should be getting underway here pretty soon. I think right now I'm just waiting to get the Air Force engaged until their land force is engaged is what's going on here, and wait for our Harpies to shut down the archers so that the archers cannot attack Crone nor the dragon when they are engaged against Alarielle. So there we go, archers, or the Harpies dropping on the archers there and there. Our third Harpy group is way over here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why I didn't send them on the Lothern Sea Guard. But anyway, we're now going to be trying to chase Alarielle the Radiant, and here you're going to see the damage potential of Crone. So I believe I have a couple buffs at this point. So 1 solid hit already. You can see she's up to 675 with the heroic blow on. So she is already doing a whole bunch of damage. And then we're going to buff that damage even more. 2 shots. That's like after 2 shots, right? I believe it is. And so now we have... Oh, we're about to cast the... I just wanted you to see this damage increase. I think it goes up... Yeah, 741 with the Cascading Fire Cloak. And then I think we get 811 with a different spell. So once you just... There we go. The Witchproof procs. So now she has 94 poison melee attack. She has 811 damage with an insane charge bonus. And Alarielle just gets destroyed. Unfortunately, Alarielle is actually going to cast some healing spells. And I already switched targeting to the dragon because I thought she was routed. But she wasn't. And so then she gets to get this procced on. So now she is getting healed and her dragon is getting healed. But the amount of damage that Crone can do with this dragon is overwhelming the amount of healing that the Star of Avalon can actually dish out. So we're still just kind of chunking this Moon Dragon, and we're eventually actually going to route it here very soon. Over here, we're dropping an offensive spell on the White Lions to tie them up in melee. Our damage against the archers have done really well because Harpies are just really good at killing low-armored archer units like this. Our Ebon Claw is trying to wrap up the Pure Main Company. That was their initial target, and they've done a lot of damage to the Pure Main Company, so I was pretty excited about that. And then the Fireborn and the Illyrian Reavers are still on their way, and we have already routed their leadership for the most part. We're going to have the Sorceress of Fire chase off this dragon. I had Crone chasing off the Alarielle the Radiant, but she's going to stop right here and actually allow Alarielle to come back. I was trying to chase her out of the battlefield for good, but unfortunately she is going to come back. Meanwhile, our ground forces, the only strong unit we had is the Knights of the Ebon Claw. Now they're over here trying to wrap up the other White Lions. Meanwhile, on the left flank, the Fireborn came in, and they're just going to destroy these Dread Spears and Bleak Swords pretty quickly. They are a very strong unit, especially supported by the White Lions. It's not going to go well for us. Plus, the enemy does still have the Mage of Heaven, so that is going to be Crone's next target after she finishes hunting off Alarielle. We're going to send her back over there. The Fire Sorceress is about to chase off the Moon Dragon, so we're going to be bringing her back as well. I'm still dealing with the Illyrian Reavers in the middle who are kind of tying up, or being tied up by the Harpies, which have already done a lot of damage to the archers. You can see a lot of the Sea Guard have had a lot of damage, but my left flank has just collapsed under the weight of the Fireborn and the White Lions. But on the right flank, though, the Knights of the Ebon Claw have been destroying these White Lions. They've basically massacred the White Lions in the middle, the Renown unit, so they've done a lot of work so far. We have Crone out here chasing Alarielle. We're going to catch her right here. Because I think the enemy was too busy trying to micromanage some other units. Yeah, the Fireborn is still cleaning up the left, my Ebon Claw cleaning up the right, and, well, you know, we're probably going to meet up in the middle. So there we go. Crone is now back on Alarielle after 2 hits. That is what she's at, and it's going to be 3rd hit, and then 1 more hit, and, spoiler alert, Alarielle is actually going to lose this duel. I guess we're going to take them all. There we go. 1 more hit, and Alarielle is going to finally fall. Crone is a beast in melee, especially against mage casters who have little chances of defending themselves. Anyway, down here I was trying to reroute the Pure Main Company. Unfortunately, I stayed a little too long and allowed the Illyrian Reavers to actually catch my Black Dragon. You see I'm trying to get them out of there. Meanwhile, Crone is going to try and shut down the rest of the leadership by killing the Mage of Heavens, just chunking her down. Crone just does so much damage. But the important part over here is that my Black Dragon got caught by the Illyrian Reavers, which then enabled them to get caught by the Fireborn. So my Dragon, at this point, I'm like, well, just do your best. I think I'm going to give an attack order. There we go. I'm like, you just got to do what you can. Meanwhile, we're going to try and take the advantage of the Fireborn being over here, and we're going to charge into the remaining of the High Elf formation. Sorry, I had to pause the mic, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, again, we're going to be charging into the rest of the High Elves. They only have a few White Lions left. Crone's going to be able to do a lot of damage to the White Lions. We still have the Knights of the Ebon Claw. They have taken a lot of damage, but they've also been dealing a ton of damage to the important units, so I'm pretty happy with their performance so far. Meanwhile, our dragon, our poor dragon, is still being chased off and tried to finished off by the Fireborn, but that's actually kind of good. The Fireborn are being distracted by this dragon for a very long time, and it's just buying us a lot of time to clean up the rest of their support units down here. So we're re-engaged on the Mage of Heavens. We're going to re-break them with Crone, and since we have broken the Mage of Heavens again, what we're going to do is actually send our Fire Sorceress after to try and either chase them off, kill them, or shatter them, so that we can leave Crone over here to still wrap up the remaining units that have not shattered. So I think we're going to send Crone over here into the Illyrian Reavers who are being held in place with our Harpies. We're going to try to run our Spearmen in there as well. And the Knights of the Ebon Claw. Again, we're just trying to destroy everything else before the Fireborn get back. Fireborn are now back, but our Dragon Sacrifice enabled us to reroute all of their White Lions. The Illyrian Reavers took so much damage, and now we have routed off their Mage of the Heavens. So the Mage of the Heavens is actually shattered back here, so we're going to be bringing the Sorcerer's Fire back into the fight. And now we're trying to pull back into this forest to try and limit the effectiveness of the Fireborn and the Illyrian Reavers. So that's what we're doing right there. White Lions coming back again, as well as the Illyrian Reavers, but that is okay. We're going to take this fight. The Fireborn are going to charge into the forest. We're going to be charging down with Crone. Again, the Source of Fire will be coming back eventually. And this is going to be kind of the final fight here. So we have Crone with 708 damage. Crone. Is it Crone or Crone? I don't know, whatever. Either or. She's down here. She's going to pop her Rampage abilities to try and support the Dread Spears and what remains of the Knights. Unfortunately, the Knights that are actually over here with the Illyrian Reavers, but they're finishing them off over there. But yeah, the Rampage is off, so the Dread Spears do more damage, and they have 50 melee attack, and Crone's damage is just going to massacre those Fireborn. So that is going to, that's going to do it for the Fireborn. But their tyranny, their power was felt throughout that entire battle. They cleaned up my left flank. They helped murder my dragon. They were very scary. Very, very scary. But we finally managed to engage them. And honestly, she did more damage quickly to these than I was expecting. I thought it was going to take her a while to try and bring down the Fireborn, which is why I kind of hesitated to engage earlier, because I didn't exactly know how that matchup would go. But she did pretty well, as it turns out, when she got a rear charge on them and they were engaged with their Dread Spears. But yeah, so the Knights of the Ebon Claw, 121 troops killed. A lot of those were White Lions and Illyrian Reavers. So I'm pretty happy with their performance. Crone just, my god. The amount of 811 damage with a, what was it, 94 melee attack that's also poison, so you're lowering their stats. Like, that's brutal. But again, she is very offensively focused, not defensively focused. She has really low armor and low melee attack for a lord like that. Most lords that are kind of duelists have high melee defense, but she does not. But does she really need it? I don't think so, because my god. With the help of the dragons, she tore through their moon dragon, she tore through Alarielle twice, and she just like chunked the mage to the heavens a few times. White Lions just cleaned up most of our melee forces, because, you know, I didn't spend much money on the melee, except for the Knights of the Ebon Claw. I should say the ground forces. And I paid for that. The Bleak Swords and the Dread Spears just kind of got massacred by the White Lions for the most part. But our Harpies were able to shut down those archers before they were able to do much. The Lawless Sea Guard did get 50 kills. So that's a good job on them. And again, the Fireborn just, whew, very scary. But anyway, good game to Almo Gaver. And I hope you enjoyed. And let's watch a cinematic view of that fight. Oh, Alarielle. You're about to have a rough day. Try to prevent as much damage to those as we could. Oh man, the Dragon Breath like missed everything. Everyone just piling into a mass melee up here. I knew I had to get my sorcerers out though, because I didn't want her dying this early. And she was not necessarily needed in this fight up here. Just wings and scales. Look really cool. Oh, I love the look of the Dread Knights. Ooh, ouch. Oh, you're about to have a bad day, Bleak Swords. Ooh. And that was a mistake. I thought my dragon was going to be safe. I left it in there too long, though. And there you go. And yeah, that's just going to be bad news for that poor dragon. Oh, no, I missed it. Alarielle, I missed her falling. Well, here she is. Farewell, Alarielle. Everyone get a taste of the brew. Get in here and rampage. Oh, I think that's us. Yeah, we just broke the Mage of the Heavens there. I was doing my best to make sure that our Knights of the Ebon Claw were not in a position to get charged by these guys. I think the Knights can do pretty good against them in melee, like on a 1v1, as long as they don't get charged. Because their charge bonus is really, yeah, it's what, 80? Yeah, it's ridiculously high. Yes, rampage. Kind of makes it hard to see. But we know what's happening in there. A massacre. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Take care.